Hi students, and welcome to week 2. At this point you have submitted your week 1 discussions and you've also submitted your personal narrative part 1. I will review these assignments over the next week and you can expect to receive feedback and a grade on these assignments by next week Sunday. So for week 2, we're moving beyond just kind of thinking about our personal goals and our experiences, and we're going to get into the research project. The research project is the key focus of the course, and so it's really important, and it'll be kind of, for the next few weeks, this is what we'll work on. So of course, in the course content, you'll see, as always, the objectives for the week. You'll also see the sub-modules. You'll see what the required discussions are, and any required reading. And so this week there is no major writing assignment to be turned in. However, it is expected that you'll be really working toward your research essay. So I'm going to go into the sub-modules just a little bit here. So the first sub-module just kind of gives you a breakdown of how this assignment is going to be staged, and so what you'll do for the next several weeks. And as you can see, week 2 through week 7, there'll be something that you'll be doing in terms of your research project. Here is a link to what that research essay will look like. So let's just take a quick peek at that, because I think that'll help you as you do the assignments for this week. So for your research essay, what you're going to do is write an essay that investigates a connection between your field of study or a field in which you are interested and a problem or controversial issue in society. The length is about 1,500 to 2,000 words. For this paper, as it is a research essay, you will be using sources, at least 6 sources, and 3 of them must come from scholarly journals. You will submit a draft of the research essay during week 5. You'll receive feedback during week 6, and then for week 7, you'll revise and submit the research essay. So I just want to go back here. So that kind of gives you an overview of what you can expect, and of course you can take some time and really go through that all thoroughly. If I go back into that sub-module, you'll see that there's instruction on how exactly to choose your topic. You want to make sure that your topic is something that really interests you. If you're going to be working on it for the next 5 weeks, you definitely want something that will kind of capture your interest, something that you feel somewhat passionate about, so that way you can sustain kind of that intellectual stamina that you will need over the next few weeks. There's also some information on how to search the UMUC library databases, and so you'll find several videos, several tutorials that'll walk you through that, and that'll be instrumental as you find the 4 sources that you need for this week. If we move into the next sub-module, there's information on APA style citations. And for a research paper, when you're using outside sources, you definitely want to make sure that you're citing your sources. So you want to go through all of this information here on how to cite, and it also gives you information on different sources to help you cite your various resources. We then go back to run-on sentences, and so there's some information and a learning activity there. Then we get into the weekly discussions. The discussions this week are slightly different in that you'll be really presenting to your classmates some of your preliminary ideas related to your research project. So for the first discussion post, you're going to post your topic, and you'll get some feedback from me and from your peers. The next discussion post asks you to post 4 sources. So this is where you're getting to that, using those library databases, finding some sources, and then posting some information here for your peers to review and also for me to review. And notice that it's asking you to do your best to put it in APA format, so that information on APA formatting will be instrumental in helping you do this discussion post accurately. Then we go back to the grammar lab discussion, and for week 1, you posted your own paragraph. And so now here we are moving into week 2, and this is where you're going to read and respond to one of your classmates. And so you also have an example of the type of response that's appropriate. And that's it for this week. Again, there's no major writing assignment that has to be turned in, but you should be working towards your research project. If you have any questions, as always, you can post them in the Ask the Professor forum, or you can email me, and I look forward to interacting with you all this week. I'm especially interested in learning more about your topics and also just assisting you as you start digging into the research. Have a great week.